Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. The time right now is 12:30 at night or 12:30 a.m. I woke up about half an hour ago and it's time to continue with that computer. We need to put that thing together so I can get rid of all the mess I have here. And let me just flip the camera real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is where I do all my editing and make all the videos that you guys watch, and it's a mess. And the reason it's a mess is because obviously I can't edit without my machine, and this is going to be a rendering device since it has 8 cores and it renders a video in like 5 minutes. And this laptop used to be my editing rig, but it's extremely underpowered, and since it's extremely underpowered, I needed to put together a stronger device. Now, the laptop that I was using to edit video on, well, that device is an i5 machine with 8 gigs of RAM. And that other computer is a i5 machine with 8 gigs of RAM. Difference between them is that machine is a desktop and it's a lot more expandable. And a laptop is highly limited of what you can do with it. It's pretty much you can expand memory to the max, put the biggest drive you can find, and that's it. Well, on the desktop you can always pop in another PCI card and expand it. You can always put more drives and expand it that way. Cooling on desktops are way better. That way I can make sure that the videos are going to get done and the machine's not going to overheat and shut down, which happened a couple of times with the laptop, and that's not a way to edit video. So let's get back to work. Enough talking about this. See you on the flip side. Alright folks, I'm back. I apologize if this sounds bad because I don't know why my phone camera decided not to accept an external mic today. Anyway, I did some fiddling off camera. This is what I came up with. This power supply is the original power supply that came in this case, and I've modified the case to accept a new contemporary board. However, the problem is the contemporary board is a customized HP power supply. Well, that's a problem. So what I can do is I can try to figure out these wires and which voltages and what's going on where and try to get it from here. Or a simpler method would be just to rig this power supply in there somehow and just plug it to the board default and just rig the on channel into this and send them both to the board, and that way whenever the machine turns on, it turns on both power supplies. And honestly, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I might stick this power supply here, or I don't know. I have to figure it out. And you guys can hang out and watch. And whatever's not interesting, I'll probably cut out. This is the original power supply that goes with this HP board. What I'm going to do is, as you can see, I opened it up, and the plan is to cut a hole right there And after I cut this hole, I'm going to trim this down as well. I'm going to use this piece to mount the fan, just in a different way, different location. And what I'm going to essentially have is a flat box that I can close up and mount right there at the bottom. And that will make my life a lot easier. Also, I need to extend these wires quite a bit because they need to plug in to the board, and those plugs are pretty much here and here, and there's another header right there. So yeah, got some work to do. This wiring can stick out like this from the side, and there wouldn't be any problem. I will never finish this computer. Yes, honey. Okay, I'm back. So this is what I came up with. And pretty much I opened a hole in here, ran the wires out. I had to bend this over so I can zip tie it. Made my life a lot easier like this. Now I gotta trim this down so I can close this box. And of course, there's this extra piece of cage here, so I'm gonna probably end up folding it over so it will be nice and straight, and I can just mount this right there at the bottom. It's not gonna be perfect, but it should work fine. Okay, guys, this is a very interesting process. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna chop this video up to updates as I go along, because I really don't want to edit a ton of footage, and this is really not exciting, taking apart wires and stuff. So I will see you in the next update. Hi, so welcome back to another update. So this is what I've done so far. I managed to modify the box of the power supply. I managed to get rid of this plug. This plug was not easy to take out. Here it is right there. I actually got hung on those two plastic prongs there, but I managed to take it out without breaking it, so I can reuse it somewhere else in the future. Maybe even here, I don't know yet, we'll see. But the point is, box is modified. I managed to get the plug out. I am in the process of modifying the lid so it will close nicely on the whole thing, and I'll have a nice flat power supply. Now, this power supply is a customized power supply, so as a result, all the components, everything inside, have to pretty much remain the same. You could modify stuff, but then you're taking a risk of modifying other things that you shouldn't have to modify. Well, this plug that I tore out had something called a capacitor bridge on it, and whoever knows electronics know what I'm talking about. Whoever doesn't, well, these little capacitors that are wrapped in heat shrink, pretty much were soldered just like that, and then there's a capacitor, this one, running across from neutral and hot. I'm assuming that this capacitor bridge exists in order to clean interference running on the AC lines. That would make a lot of sense because this is sensitive electronics. You don't want to have any kind of set frequencies coming into the power supply, so you do your best to clean those signals out. Well, I need to rebuild this little bridge and reinstall it, so I'm gonna do that. I have my iron solder heating up there, so in a minute I'll shut the video and give you another update later. I'll see you on the next update. I have managed to rebuild the capacitor bridge. Tucked it in right there. I rewired the main power line. It's going to a 12 volt Molex connector, which is gonna obviously carry main power, not 12 volts. I doubled up the wires so it can carry double the amperage. So oh, you guys are still here? Alright, catch you on the next update. Hey everyone, so I'm back with another quick update, and at this point I have finished with the power supplies. They are all ready to go. I used a Molex plug in order to give mains to the other device. This is the power supply I'm going to be using to power up the computer, and this right here is the 110 volt that's going to go into this power supply. Now, this power supply has a receiver Molex that's going to get the power and power this unit up, and that's pretty much it for design wise. I still have to fix this, straighten this out, cut the excess, and close this whole thing in. Still gotta extend the wires a little bit, but for the moment I'm done because my wife's picking me up in about an hour. We gotta go do some shopping at Walmart, and the time right now is 5:45 in the morning. So I will catch you guys on the next video, and that would be it for now. I haven't decided if I'm gonna make one long video out of all these clips or just small updates. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see in editing. Alright, catch you later.